Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our live stream. We are here at Reed's Metals. We're having a lot of fun here. We got some experts in the roofing industry, mixed with some garage experts. And what do you need to build a house but a roof and a garage? So here with one of our experts, one of the sales reps here for Reed's Metals. Everybody say hi to my new friend here, Russell. Russell, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, tell us why you became a sales rep here and what you love doing for Reed's Metals.
Well, I've been a sales rep for a long time, but I came to Reed's about 2.5 years ago, and we sell metal building supplies, materials, all roofing materials, 29 gauge residential materials, 26 gauge PBR commercial grade materials. We also sell several types of standing seam materials, which means hidden fastener. Some people like that quality of roof and style. We also do, a big part of my job is actually I sell pole barn buildings. I design and sell the pole barn buildings. A lot of people are doing these houses and shouses nowadays, they call them, or shed type houses. We do the shell of those buildings. We get those, it's very inexpensive. It's a very good, fast way to get a very high quality building up quickly and efficiently, and then a lot of people are using these to live in because it's much more efficient and economical.
Well, I would say with that, you're probably excited about what you get to do to provide such a needed resource for our little planet here. I mean,
Correct.
People need a safe place to sleep and lay their head at night.
That's right.
Is that part of what you enjoy doing, what you do?
Yeah, so we absolutely, I mean, we field calls from everybody from contractors and actually just normal people, working day people, people that's been affected by storms here recently and that kind of thing, because their lives have been turned upside down in some instances, and we're a crucial part of getting that, system back in place for them and getting them back together. I basically sat on the computer with somebody for 15 or 20 minutes, and we designed them a building to look exactly what they want it to look like. And then, as quick as 5 to 6 weeks later, they've got that building built in their yard, ready to go.
Well, that's the key to success, and somebody has a system in place that makes things work effectively, efficiently, and really helps out our community.
That's true.
So we appreciate your time to talk with us.
No problem. Thank you.
Russell.
Nice meeting you.
Giddy up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we get all kinds of exciting people that you've never heard the positions that exist, but ironworker superintendent. Sounds important. Welcome, Bill, to our show here. Tell us why you decided to become an iron worker superintendent and what that is exactly.
Well, I basically coordinate jobs for Brockmiller Construction in Farmington and take care of manning those jobs. Anything big, heavy, or hard. That's what they say. An iron worker will do that.
Tell me more about it. Why do you love it?
The people. I mean, I know you've seen some of my coworkers here with me today, but we're all very close and have worked together a long time, and it's just I'm proud to be a part of what I do, and that they're also a part of it. It's just like family.
Well, that's what we're looking for on this little planet, is some people that we can have a connection with, and that we can spend our time with the people that we know and love. It's a crazy world. It's been a crazy world for the history of humanity.
Yes,
We're just seeing a little bit of the excitement we see these days, but we're looking for some place we can hang our hat and spend our time. Do you feel like what you get to do with Brockmiller Construction, you really are contributing to this little planet and what you guys do to build and construct and help families and businesses?
I do. I just, I don't know. It's like I said, it is like a family. Small town, Farmington, and we work on a lot of different type buildings, say from warehouses to different industries around the area, but schools. I run into people that I went to high school with, down here in Cape Girardeau or New Madrid, up around Arnold, just that you competed against in sports and what have you.
Sure.
It's neat. We work on a lot of hospitals. It's just very interesting.
Well, that's the kind of stuff I want to put up here for everybody to see your guys' website. Talk about your website and a little bit of what you showcase here. I see a great looking picture. Tell me what this is.
This is a water park.
Well, I mean, they all have these kind of cool structures on them.
Yeah, it is.
I always wanted to know, who is it that builds these things? Now I know.
That is ironwork, installing those water slides. How that is ironwork, I can't really tell you, but that is something that we've done in the past, and it's interesting to be able to go from, like I said, constructing a metal building at some kind of industrial facility, to working on a water slide, to going in and working on a hospital, installing supports for operating room lights. We just, a little bit of everything, we do it all.
Well, that's what we're looking for, is more people that do contribute like you guys are to the community, and thanks for doing some great work, because this is fun stuff. Kids need a fun place to play. Yeah. Kids need hospitals, and if they don't have all those kinds of facilities, our world's a much more difficult place to live.
Well, thank you very much.
So keep up the good work.
Thanks for what you do.
All right, thanks.
Appreciate it.
Get up. So Ryan, tell me why you love what you do as a roll former operator. Pretty cool.
Yeah, so I just like, it's really laid back here. It's fun in the beginning, it was fun to see how it was all made.
Right.
It's fun whenever a customer comes here to show them how it's made, because there's a lot of people that don't know how it's made. And that's probably the most enjoyable part about it. It's just showing people how it's done.
You can see behind him there's some of those roofs. Tell us what it's like to make those things, Ryan.
It's actually a lot easier than you'd think. So what we do is we get big metal coils that are just circular coils, look like a can almost. And we take those, we have this machine called an uncoiler. All we do is take a forklift, use it to lift the coil up, put it on there, run it into the machine, and we just let the panels fly out of it.
Well, I would imagine you do a lot to make it look a lot easier than it really is, because I know there's some heavy lifting and some expensive machinery that is involved there, but you have some skills to be able to do that.
Yeah, you have to be really careful with it, because...
How long did it take you to learn how to do that?
It doesn't take too long to figure out how to do it, but you only mess up on it once or twice till you realize you can't do that.
Mistakes are costly in this industry, because there's a lot going on with all the materials and everything that you've got.
Yes.
And a lot of work and experience. How long have you been doing this now?
I've been here in November it will be 2 years, so about 1.5 years. And I originally started out making all of the little trim pieces that you do. And I've been over on the roll former for about 1 year now.
Okay. Very important component, something that helps people obviously have that beautiful roof that we all are counting on for safety and a place to live.
Yep.
Tell me why you love what you're doing. Building roofs, helping build houses. Is that a very satisfying job that you've got here?
It is, especially so I see everyone's names who orders the metal. I run the metal out, and it's so cool to drive by a work area and see how they're putting it up, because we don't put the buildings up ourselves. They hire independent contractors for that. So to see them and see how all the metal is, it's really cool to think that all that metal is going to be there for 20 years, and I'm the one that ran it out of the machine.
Well, Ryan, appreciate your time. You and your dad do good work. Keep up the good work, and we want to keep seeing you for a long time here doing some good stuff.
Yep.
Giddy up.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, here with Mikkel Colbreth. She's the office manager. Mikkel, what's it like being the office manager for such an awesome company?
Hey, I can't complain. I love it.
Well, tell me what you do. What's an office manager do?
Yeah, so I do a lot of the purchasing and receiving. I check invoices, receiving paperwork, kind of manage the computer side of things, and then just help in any scenario that I need to step in.
Well, what's most exciting about what you do?
The people that you meet, that you get to interact with. I love it. Yeah.
Well, when you're actually involved with something as important as building somebody's house,
Yeah.
and making sure the buildings, and I guess commercial and,
Mm-hmm.
and residential. What do you love most about being able to help the community? I mean, what does it really make you feel like, wow, I helped build that structure? That's a pretty
Yeah.
big place, and people use it and live there. What's that like?
Yeah, it's cool to be able to drive down the road and see something that we helped somebody create, whether that is their house, their startup of their business, rebuilding their business, or more recently we had some tornadoes come through and tear down some buildings. So as unfortunate as that is, it is kind of refreshing to be able to help those people and know that we were able to aid them in a time of need. So we definitely do what we can to help the community. So that's awesome.
Well, tell me then, when I was doing this, why do you love, I mean, there's so many people you get to interact, and like you're literally giving them a place to live. Do you get to know these people? Do they become your friends?
Yes, absolutely.
It's a community thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. They see you in town, see you at Walmart, send their friends over. Hey, so-and-so helped me get our house or our shop. We love it. Riding arena. We've always wanted to have an indoor riding arena, and they, this person helped me make it happen. You should talk to them too. Like, it just becomes a community, and it's just awesome.
Well, we're always looking for the leaders in the community and the people that make it happen.
Yeah.
And you were obviously somebody who is doing that and helping make this all come together.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you talking about that
Yes.
and sharing with us a little bit what you do.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Giddy up.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, everybody, we're with the general manager now, Nick Reynolds. Nick, what's it like running this place? Reed's Metals.
Well,
Pretty cool stuff you do.
it's great. It's neat to be able to help build, right, your community, be a part of your community. Reed's Metals is a big part of that. It's hard to really drive around, southeast Missouri, southern Illinois, right, and not run into, a Reed's Metals peak box up on the top of the building. So it's really exciting.
Well, that's what I talk about. We're always looking for those people who are the ones making a difference and going out there and making it happen. Running this thing, though, I mean, I'm looking at some of these buildings and I'm like, holy cow, and you guys ship these to somebody and they set them up. They're all pre-configured, and it's got to have somebody who can follow instructions, and pretty much that's how it goes. Tell me the process a little bit here.
Yeah, so we do manufacture here in Scott City, Missouri. We have a roll former. We can manufacture PBR, residential panel. We put together pole barn kits. We have design software for pole barn kits. A lot of people doing barnuminiums and shouts, and we can put it all together right here for somebody.
Well, that's the key to this, and making things easy. These days, things become very systematized, right? Because if you don't get some kind of a system that they can construct and make it easy for them, boy, I mean, how much have you guys really revolutionized the industry with regard to making these things easy to put up just about anywhere, right?
Yeah.
Tell me the process there and how that's developed over the years.
Yeah, well, I mean, this year we got new design software for those pole barn, those kits, right? So if you can think it up in your mind, if you want a porch or you want to move the doors or the windows, right? Move garage doors, whatever, we can design that sitting right in front of us and show you a picture of what that product's going to look like.
So literally, these aren't all cookie cutter that you've got X amount of buildings and here's pick model 1, 2, 3, or 4. They can actually come to you with a custom design. You can say, just give us the dimensions, how you want it to look, and you guys put that together and make it happen.
Absolutely. Yeah, and we can do that in 4 to 6 weeks.
4 to 6 weeks, you can make that happen. Tell me more about that process and how when somebody comes in, do they come up with drawings or how do they come to you with what they want?
It's mixed, right? Because we are actually doing this work for residential customers, for contractors, for developers, right? So each one of those people that come in would some have plans, some have just drawn it out on napkins, right? And we're putting it in the software to make that design or that dream kind of come true for them. And that's the exciting part about it. So.
And that's important because there's so much that needs to go on in a community, and when you get buildings that you're putting in place for people to live in, to reside in, to have businesses they run from, I mean, you got to feel great about what you do, and you got a whole crew here to make it, but you're the guy that makes it happen. Is there a little pressure you feel there by having to do that?
No, not really, because I'm surrounded by good people, right? Our team that we have here is what sets us apart from our competition. We've had the same people here for the last 3 years.
And those guys make it happen for you. They've been working with you for a long time, and so with that, you get into a system where you've got a design, and you were talking about before where this is a custom design. Not one, you got 5 models, you got to pick one of the 5. Anything can be custom designed, and you guys take it from scratch. You saying from a napkin, or somebody have an actual design they come in with. Mm-hmm. What's the process there for somebody that wants to get a building built by you guys?
Yeah, and you nailed it. We do literally have folks that bring stuff in on napkins and written on the back of cardboard boxes, and they sit down with one of our sales reps, and we have design software that they can just start plugging that stuff into, and they can change colors, move doors, move windows, and few minutes, wham, you got a 3D model of that particular pole barn. If it's a Shoust or it's just going to be a barn, they can provide that to you right there.
The team you've got here, we've talked to a number of them today, and it seems like everybody just really loves what they get to do here. Well, I'm going to take a quick tour here of your website, so keep talking if you'd like to, but tell me a little bit about what somebody can find on your website. You've got a great looking site. This is reedsmetals.com, and we love what you've got out there because there's a lot of great information there for everybody. Is that right?
Yeah, so not only do we do pole barns, we do pre-engineered steel buildings, or some might call them red iron buildings. We've had small projects all the way up to 500,000 square foot steel buildings manufactured and delivered. And we can do pre-engineered steel buildings in about 12 weeks right now. Our pole barn kits, as we already discussed, those are 4 to 6 week turnaround times for the entire building to be delivered to you in your yard. And then you got our metal roofing line, right? We have a residential PBR and standing seam metal roofing that we manufacture here in Scott City and deliver all over, Southeast Missouri.
Well, I mean, looking at what you guys have put together here, it is dynamite to see somebody leading the community, and I know it takes a leader to do that, so kudos to you for running a great organization. I can see this thing is well put together, a well-oiled machine to produce a product that's actually, amazing, impressive. And you see these all over the world, you wonder, where are these things made?
Yeah.
And you make them right here in Southeast Missouri.
We do have a program called Covering the Community, where we provide a free roof every year to somebody in need. And then we do two. One of them is a part of the covered community, then we also support Songs for Soldiers out of Columbia, Illinois, up by St. Louis. Where we try to help out a combat veteran every year through that program. So.
Well, that's dynamite, because I'm all about helping the community and the different organizations that really make that happen, because there's so many people out there in need, and just if they could have a nice place to live, that's the first thing most people look for. Mm-hmm. Food and shelter, right?
Right.
And you're providing one of the key things that people need. So that's really neat to see that you do some good stuff in the community and help those that are doing it. Mm-hmm. Thanks for taking time to talk to us on your little castle show.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. Really
all right,
do.
Giddy up. All right, everybody, we're here with Jacob Sharon, the operations manager. Jacob, tell me why you do this, man. It's pretty cool building big buildings that are made out of metal, seem to last forever.
Yeah. I've been in the metal industry since I could work, and this seemed like a really good step to take. I came here, I spoke with Nick, he told me his vision, and the rest is history.
Well, how did you get involved when you got started? You didn't start off an operations manager, I would imagine. You worked your way up. What was it like when you first came in? How long have you been here now, and how long did it take to get to be the operations manager?
For 3 years, I was hired in as an operations manager. I got my experience at a previous job.
Okay. And then tell me what it's like. What do you do as the operations manager? What's the job, man? Tell me, what are the daily hurdles and the excitement you get to partake that makes this whole thing work?
Making sense out of chaos.
Okay, tell me about that.
Every customer we have has an individual need. They all want to be on the job on time, early in the morning. They all need their stuff right away. Everybody's, I got a hole in my roof. If I don't get this patched, I'm going to get kicked off this job. And I've got to find a way to prioritize that and make their wants happen.
Sounds like it's a lot of pressure, because there's a lot that goes into that. Tell me a situation where you felt like you really made a difference, and there was somebody, they were grinding, they're going, I don't know, this is a big mess, and how are we going to fix this? I'd like to hear these stories of overcoming adversity, as they say.
Well, the biggest thing is our covering the community. That one rings in my ear, a few times a day at least, because we are helping somebody that otherwise wouldn't be able to afford it, or just not have the means to get it, and we're handing it to them free. That's a big help. And we get their stories. They contact us, and by the time that we get on site with the roof, we feel like we know them already. We might be shaking hands there for the first time, but we feel like we know them already.
Well, tell me, I mean, that's got to be, that's what we're talking about. That's what this show is all about. And we're looking for the people that are making those kind of differences. When you're getting involved with somebody that closely and you're realizing, you know, it's nice to give somebody, you know, new tennis shoes or to give them, you know, a meal, but you're literally give somebody a place where they lay their head.
Yeah.
Feel a certain amount of responsibility there? What's it
Yeah,
like?
I mean, they've got a family under that. They're living under that. They're making memories under that. They're, you know, they're telling a future generation, this is what we did in this house, and they're all doing it under a roof that we gave them, or we provided, we built. So it's kind of humbling sometimes.
Well, I tell you, it was dynamite. It's dynamite talking to somebody like yourself, the operations manager who actually does it, who puts it together and makes it happen. And we're looking for more leaders like you in our community. So thanks for taking time
Yes,
to
sir.
talk to us. Well, here it is, everybody. We're here with Brad Dodson from Delden Garage Door. Brad, you help organize this event, big participant in what's going in here. Tell me about the event and tell me what we're doing here and what you love doing with Delden Garage Door.
Well, we're here supporting Reed's Metals. They're going to start selling our garage doors through their buildings that they sell. They sell these building kits, and our garage door is going to start coming with these kits. So really excited about that. And they brought in, you know, some of their contractors to show them about some exciting developments, and thankfully that includes us.
Well, that's important because there's a lot of important infrastructure that must be completed for a house, and we've talked about this on your interview that's actually airing Thursday this week, and I think we're going to be able to put this one on Friday this
Wow.
week because our show is on 2 times a week now. And people are going to learn a lot about garage doors and how important they are and all what goes into that. I mean, it's an integral, both, right? Or those, I think, both of those for the home. And if you don't have all of that, and now you get to work with a metal roofing company who does metal structures. How cool is all this? You can get the whole thing together for everybody now.
Oh yeah, it's exciting. They got all these locations, you know, across the country, especially across the region. They've been very successful in what they do, and just to be able to, you know, provide something that can help support their business and you know, be something that can help and offer something that they haven't currently offered. We're really excited to do that.
So tell me, I mean, as the business director, somebody that helps run the company, that's doing everything you can to make Delden the leader in the business, you got to make relationships. You got to meet people. You got to make things happen. Well, how do you facilitate that? How did you end up making this connection happen? How important is this kind of stuff for you to grow the business?
Well, we actually happen to be, you know, by them at a trade show, and we just got to chatting, and you know, obviously our eyes are always open on where there might be a good fit, and of course they have structures that have an opening for doors, and so it was really good timing. Nick's a really good guy. I had a great time talking with him, and now I've gotten to meet Mikkel and really the whole team. So we're, you know, our business has been built on relationships forever, and you know, we're always looking for more, and we're really excited about this one. It sounds like this one's going to have you know, some scale to it. So.
Well, that's what I talk about as an expert for somebody who's helped develop a business for a long time. We talked about it in your interview. I mean, it's a full-time job plus some. I know you and I are communicating sometimes late at night or early in the morning or weekends. What's it like building this whole company and helping to continue to develop such relationships with key players like you have here with Reed's Metals?
Well, your brain never stops is really what it comes down to, and I love it. I love what I do, and being that I'm part of the family and I get to help, you know, build the legacy of that. You know, the Delden's actually a combination of Gene Renner, my granddad's kids. You know, so there's Delane, my mom, Dennis, the middle son, the middle child, and then Denise, who was my aunt, and William Dom's mom, and you know, we get that opportunity to build the family legacy and bring on partners along the way, and it's special to us.
Well, that's a key to the success of any business. Is if you're going to be successful, relationships is the name of the game. And I'm getting to know you a little bit. That's why we love having experts like yourself on the show, because you really help demonstrate what it's like to build relationships, get to know people. And we want to put you on our show for an extended little time to talk to people so they can get to know you And man, Brad, it's really cool to have somebody with your expertise and the background and the giving type of person that you are. It's no secret to your success, right? And the people like yourself, that's what we're trying to exemplify. And we want to keep highlighting leaders like yourself. With that, let's talk a little bit about, I'm going to show your website up here for everybody.
Yeah,
so take a look here and walk me through the website just a little bit and tell me what people are looking at here.
And just to kind of touch on what you said about, me knowing my stuff and, being able to be successful and all that, I'm glad this is going to be on TV. That way my wife can see it and I have some evidence because she gets sick of hearing it. So
I'm with you.
that's just a little joke there, but.
I get it.
So we
tell
got
me what we're looking at here.
Well, you're on the residential page. So on that top tab left, you got garage doors. Then you got openers. Then you got accessories, which is kind of your remote, your keypads. Before you buy, was kind of helpful tools on knowing what you're buying, what you're looking for, what materials are included.
Yeah, there we go.
So for the top left, that's the AMAR Classica. It's an AMAR patented door. We buy that direct from the manufacturer. It's a 3-section stamped carriage style garage door. They actually patented it. You can see some of our partners down there below that you kind of touched on. And then if you want to kind of hit the next collection, that's our vintage. It's kind of the next step towards a carriage door if you need something a little bit more affordable and still get a lot of those great looks. And all of these have like they have the overview, they have the door builder, and then that's actually a product that's no longer available. This is a new website. It's going to be revamped, so like things that aren't available aren't going to be shown anymore.
But call for details. You'll walk them through it, I would imagine.
Yeah, absolutely. So you contact one of our dealers is what it comes down to, and obviously you can contact us as well. But at the end of the day, we got carriage, we got traditional, we got contemporary, we got steel products, aluminum products, wood products, we got residential, we got commercial, we got high performance doors, we got rolling steel doors. I mean, you name the application, and we have something for it. And so if you scroll down there at the bottom, so this is where you get into those other, lifestyle screen doors, the openers, the dock equipment, high performance doors, the rolling sheet doors. These are where those partners come in for the right application.
Yeah, well, like I said, dynamite information, a great looking website. You guys are on the ball. It's neat to see leaders like yourself help make this all happen. There's so much attention paid to the big companies and all the stuff that they do, but we believe that the small businesses deserve just as much attention and the mid-sized businesses that are really making it happen. And you guys are one of the leaders in the community, and we're great to be partnered up with you and really glad to have you on the show.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Brad. All right, everybody. We'll be back for more. Stay tuned. This is the Your Little Castle Show.